What's up, fam? Six, and this is the Crime Chronicles. And today, in this reaction video, I want to discuss Rochester, New York's District Attorney, Miss Sandra Dooley, and her traffic stop. Thankfully, this was recorded, and you get to see the whole kind of ordeal in its totality. So we're going to take a look at that, and then I want to discuss it.
In Rochester, New York, Sandra Dooley, now facing growing calls to resign, and is now under investigation after she threw a temper tantrum when police tried to stop her for speeding.
Sorry, I'm the DA. I was going 55 coming home from work.
55 and a 35.
I don't really care.
Okay.
So you can call Dennis.
Can you please come over here? This is on a traffic stop, ma'am.
Yes, it is. You can call Dennis Kohlmeyer right now.
Okay, I'm telling you why I stopped you. You didn't stop at all. Did you not hear my lights or sirens or anything?
No, I didn't actually. I was on the phone.
Okay, well, you're not supposed to be on the phone while you're driving either.
Yes, I am with the hands-free. Absolutely.
Okay. Why are you so upset at me? I'm doing my job. You just admitted to me that you were going 55 and a 35 on Phillips Road.
Can you please tell him to leave me alone?
Officer Christopher. Can you stay over here, ma'am? This is a legal traffic stop. Do you have your ID?
No, it's in my purse. Here.
You have your purse right there.
No, this is my lunch. Would you talk to Dennis? This is ridiculous. Just go away.
Hello, sir. Good. Ma'am, can you please stay at the back? This is a legal traffic stop. Can you please stay over here?
No. Hey, baby, get your little guy out of here.
Sir, I stopped her for going 55 and a 35 on Phillips Road.
On Phillips Road.
And she failed to stop. She drove all the way back home and parked in her garage. And now she's not complying with any of my commands. Ma'am, do not go inside.
Oh my God.
Ma'am, come outside. You can't just go inside. This is a traffic stop. Here's your phone back.
I understand the law better than you. Would you just
953. Can you have a supervisor come to the scene?
No. Get out of my fucking house.
I don't know why you're acting like this towards me.
Because
Can you please go to the back of the vehicle?
I'm not going to. I'm home. Okay, 55.
I don't care if you got home. You were supposed to stop at Phillips Road when I pulled you over. When my lights were initiated.
I didn't know you were stopping me. There was lots of other people on the road.
I was right behind you.
Yeah? There were other people on the road too.
Okay, I was directly behind you.
I'm not dealing with you right now.
Can you please step over here?
I'm not going to.
What is the reason you're so against what I'm doing? I'm doing my job. You say you're a DA?
I am the DA.
Okay.
Okay, let me get you my badge. I am the DA of Monroe County.
Just don't understand the hostility towards me. I'm doing my job.
No, you're being an asshole.
How am I being an asshole?
I am the DA of Monroe County.
I understand that, but that doesn't give you a right to go 55 and a 35. And you even admitted to me that you went 50. I understand that, ma'am. I understand that.
You know what? If you give me a traffic ticket, that's fine. I'm the one who prosecutes it, okay? Just go ahead and do it. Go ahead.
I just don't understand the hostility. I understand you're coming home from work.
And half the time I was on the phone with Dennis telling him, why are you pulling me over?
You're not even supposed to be on the phone to begin with. You should know that.
I'm hands-free? Absolutely.
Okay.
You should know the law.
Okay. If it is hands-free, that's great. But at the end of the day, you're going 55 and a 35. That's 20 miles over the speed limit.
Okay, you know what? That's fine. You know what I've been dealing with all day? 3 murders in the city. And do you think I really care if I was going 20 miles over the speed limit? Okay,
I'm just doing my job. If you pulled over when you saw my lights, which obviously you did.
I thought you were going somewhere else because I thought no one would ever pull a black SUV if you ran my plates.
I didn't run your plate. I just called your plate out. And then I'm following you because you're not stopping. So I had to take the air from dispatch.
Just please.
953. You can have the air back, by the way. Just come outside over here.
No, I'm not going outside.
Okay.
I'm waiting for you just to leave.
Well, I'm having a supervisor come because that's what my chief told me to do. Do you have your driver's license?
I just showed you my driver's license.
You show me your badge.
With EMS, a 14-year-old having a seizure, 200 East River Road.
And I was
She's
just
part of
trying
it. She's the DA.
Yep, I know.
And I was just trying to pull into my driveway. I was on the phone with Dennis Kohlmeyer saying, would you please tell the person who's following me that I'm almost home?
Ma'am, I understand you were going home, but I started my lights back at Phillips Road.
Wait, on Phillips Road, yes,
Yes.
you did, and there are other cars.
I was right behind you, directly behind you. At the end,
Go ahead, like,
listen,
you wanna,
at the
like
end
I
of the
said,
day,
go ahead if you want to write me a traffic ticket, that's fine.
okay, at the end of
I
the
don't
day,
care.
at the end of the day, I was stopping you for speed. If you
I've
just
had
stopped,
a really bad day. I've been dealing with murders
and I get
in the
it,
city
and I
all
get
the-
it. We have bad
I'm
days
sorry,
also,
I'm
ma'am.
I'm sorry.
We have bad days also.
My license back?
I'm gonna just add it to the job real quick.
Okay, I'm gonna do it.
At the end of the day, I was just making a traffic stop, doing my job, what I was supposed to do.
Well, fine, thank you.
Okay? So now, supervisor's on his way, and then we'll go from there.
Supervisor's coming up here.
Huh?
Who?
Sergeant Johnson. I understand you had it, like, I get it. We all have bad days at work.
And I'm gonna go in the house, seriously, this is ridiculous.
No, this is a traffic stop, and you, out of everyone, should know that if there's a legal traffic stop, which I have the right to detain you until this is done.
Then just write me the fucking ticket. I really don't care.
Okay. Well, then just hang out at the back of the car.
Because I'm the one that's gonna prosecute myself. You know what I'll do with the ticket?
Okay, just come out here for me and just stand.
I'm not walking out there. He turned around. I didn't know if it was me. I wasn't sure because there were other cars going back and forth. Then I got to turning into the field press, and I'm like, I'm just going to drive home. That's what I did. So I was getting this story. And I got on the phone with Dennis. I don't know. Even before I turned, when I turned in and said, you know, it's me that they're stopping. Just tell them it's me.
I would advise against that. I mean, you're supposed to pull off to the side of the road if somebody with their emergency lights is coming behind you anyways.
Yeah, I just.
Corey, it's fine. Just, we're having supervisors come, and then we'll go from there.
Oh, come on. Just.
This is what my chief wants. That's at the end of the day. You called him. I spoke to him on your phone, and this is what he wants.
I'm going to call him again. Seriously.
I get that she came home. I mean, obviously, if I
Makes no sense. I explained that to her. It makes no sense to come home.
She came home. She failed to stop. I mean, it's an arrestable offense. I'm not trying to arrest the DA of the county, but also I don't want to not do my job and not at least write her something. So
No, I get it. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to.
I'll at least write her the freaking going 55 and a 20. At the end of the day, I got discretion whether or not.
No, I get it. I understand.
So, all right, ma'am. So I'm issuing you speed in zone 55 and a 35.
That's fine. I'll take care of it since I'll be prosecuting myself.
Okay. At the end of the day, if you see my lights and sirens behind you, and obviously they're going off, just pull over. We can have a conversation and be on our way. I kept my eye on your vehicle. I'm not going to check my computer to see what plate it is if a vehicle is not stopping for me. I want to keep my eyes on that vehicle for my safety, so I make it home at the end of the day. Okay?
I apologize, but
I'm sorry that you had a bad day.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry it went this way, but I do respect what you do. Have a good day, ma'am.
I think the most inexplicable part of this entire thing is that she called the police chief in the community she lives in and that employs the officer who was behind her. She called him while she was driving, and we haven't heard from the chief of police as to what she said. But
Monroe County District Attorney Sandra Dorley was found by the Office of Public Integrity to have violated county codes of conduct by attempting to secure unwarranted privileges, speeding, refusing to stop, and behaving belligerently toward Officer Chris Crisafulli. Despite apologizing, Dorley claimed she did not seek special treatment, but body camera footage and her behavior drew significant public backlash and accusations of a two-tiered justice system favoring her position. The OPI forwarded its findings to the Monroe County Board of Ethics and recommended cooperation with the New York State Commission on Prosecutorial Conduct, which is conducting a confidential investigation. Meanwhile, the Webster Police Department defended its handling of the incident, but public calls for accountability and transparency continue to grow.
So there is so much to unpack here. I've kind of tried to compartmentalize this. For one, who specifically are traffic laws created for? Because clearly The district attorney for the judicial system for Rochester, but this was, so she clearly felt that, why are you stopping me? That was her whole stance. Why are you stopping me? I am who I am. I'm going to call the police chief or whatever. I'm not even going to stop because you've got the lights. You're attempting to stop me, which is ludicrous. Call your people and tell him I am who I am, and just to get from back of me. Also in this, the level of restraint from the officer, from the backup officer to the supervisor that came, the level of restraint when dealing with a white woman in her black SUV that was refusing to stop in more than likely a predominantly white neighborhood, an affluent neighborhood, the level of restraint that they practiced when obviously, according to their judicial rules, justifiable force was necessary because she was not pulling over. She was speeding 20 miles per hour. All of these are things in order for them to go in high alert. I didn't see any of that escalated use of restraint in those situations. Like, watch it particularly. Like, she was uncooperative. And because she wasn't cooperative, like there were commands that were being given. Verbal commands. Ma'am, go here. Ma'am, go there. Police sirens. I'm directly behind you. Their level of restraint when dealing with a white woman in an SUV in a predominantly white area, affluent area, was commendable. There was clear lack of control in how the officer dealt with her, right? Every stop, police are governed by this officer safety, by this, I have to control my stop. I don't know who you are. I don't know what's in that car. And clearly, when we watched this video, one, she didn't pull over when told to, kept going several blocks until she made it home and parked in her driveway. Then when she exited the car and became argumentative, she walked into the home, out of the home, into the car, in and out of the car, back to the guy. Not once, for officer safety, did any of those commands were met, followed. He told her to go to the back of the car so it'll be at the front of his car where the camera would be. She was like, nope. She told him those words, N-O, nope. So in conclusion, in totality, this was a sensational stop. This is the way traffic stops should be instituted on a universal level. So my thing is, if you've got a procedure, it shouldn't cater to who you're pulling over. You're pulling them over for a traffic stop. And in that, it's not a murder. There's no reason for, all this level of, they're two police. I got a police car. I got a backup police car. She's being uncooperative. Let me call the supervisor. Let me make sure I have this person. She's angry. I get it. If I was on my way home from work, I'd probably be going a little fast. Can't wait to get into that shower, see my dog. I may be speeding. So when I'm pulled over in my neighborhood, I might have this, I may feel indignant. Where, I may, what the hell are you pulling me over for? So I get her anger. I get her frustration. The cops did a sensational job of keeping everything in perspective. It's a traffic stop. She's irate. She became cooperative. Even though she wasn't following my exact commands, she was following the commands. And I was able to see her at all times. The threat assessment level was, manageable within my power as a trained officer. All of those things are commendable. I would just ask you to change the scenario to Newt being in the car, Shaquita being in the car, an 18-year-old being in the car, a 21-year-old Toyota Supra Mach 4 4117 3LQ05 in the car. It should be on a universal level. This is how we commit a traffic stop. Pull them over. There's a level of uncooperativeness. Sure, absolutely. You're 100% correct in that. But the level shouldn't be met with this max level of, because I must contain the scene. I must contain a level of control. I can pull up countless videos where, because there was that level of uncooperative, the officer ran up through the roof. He went to this. And not only that, but then the courts, once someone files an appeal, they justify the level of use of force, the level of escalation by the police officer. And they cite because they were out of control, and they cite for officer safety. Everything that this lady did has been done by countless blacks, youths, young white guys that, coming out of the hood area, whatever their stereotype is. It's been done at that level, and it's ramped up. Their level of escalation has gone through the roof. And not only that it went through the roof, it was justified. It's commendable, the level where that officer was not willing to, okay, I know who you are, and I'm going to give you a break. You broke the law, lady. Here's your ticket. Should she have gone to jail and all of that? I don't think so. I also don't think Newt should go to jail for it, or Shaquita should go to jail for it, or I should go to jail for it, or any other person that is subject to whatever their stereotypical lawbreaker is. And it because, as he said, it was officer discretion, and his discretion led her to just getting a ticket after having backup called, supervisor called, uncooperative, resisting arrest without violence. She not resisting arrest, but she was definitely being uncooperative. Did you notice when he said, "Let me see your ID"? I showed you my ID, my badge. So there is a clear stereotype in their head. Like, there's a clear line with them. I make the laws for you to follow them. And I don't think I think she just got caught. Because the common denominator in a lot of these police arrests and all of that, when police are caught up in somewhere drunk and their tongue gets a little loose, or they've gotten pulled over for speeding, they think they're above the law. And she obviously felt she was above the law, so much so that they're calling for her resignation now, and she's not resigning. Fire me. I didn't do nothing wrong. I make laws and I press laws. You heard her out of my, it's just going to come in front of my desk. Don't worry about it. It's coming in front of my desk. I'll take care of it. This is out her own mouth. And she's been in law enforcement for a very long time for her to be at the level that she's at. So this isn't something that's just native to her. Like, I feel like they have such a level of unaccountability that she felt like if she's the law, she signs off on this stuff. She's the law. She's, as you heard, she's prosecuting a murder case. What if the assistant DA had a case that came up in front of her? According to her, why is it in front of me, in front of us? Where does the line draw when going down the pecking order? Who's who? Who, where does it stop? Is it law enforcement, anything else? Is it detective and above? And so I don't know. I just wanted to, this came across my desk, and I wanted to break down like the elements of what was going on, because the officer did exactly what he was supposed to do. Do it to everybody. This is why I feel like in the future I can see, all these cops with Teslas, because one, they can Big Brother can dial into the car and know exactly what's going on. There's cameras everywhere on a Tesla. You can crank it up, start it up from home base, and there's accountability. If that body cam wasn't there, if that wasn't a thing where body cams are kind of mandatory, and now they're even, when the officer gets out of the car, the sensor automatically pop starts recording. If that wasn't the case, who knows? We would never even known that. She would have shook his hand, gave him a wink, gave the both of them 2 home baked cookies, and been out the door. You know, he's almost job scared because of the Good Old Boy Network. And I don't want to rock the boat. I don't want to be that guy. Who knows what that does to his promotion arc and all that, his career arc. He might be known as a whistleblower. Who knows? I know that there is a clear power where there's a clear stuff going on, and it's bigger than me. It's bigger than you. It's bigger than them. The brotherhood, and I don't think that's right. And that, again, it is a clear and obvious demonstration, example of how they feel towards the people. Like, we make laws that keep you guys in check. Don't check me on speeding 20 miles per hour over in a residential area. Don't check me on that. I had a long day. You know what I had to do all day today in that air-conditioned building up there? I had to sign all kind of papers. Had to put 5 criminals, I gave out 73 years today. I had a long day. Was I speeding a little bit? Sure. But come on. I am who I am. That is what she was emulating, clear as day. And I don't think that's right. But what do you guys think? In the comments, I want to hear it. Was Miss District Attorney Sandra Dooley right or wrong? Should it have been just swept under the rug? It's only a speeding ticket. She going home? What do you guys think? Leave a comment in the comments below. Remember to like and subscribe, guys. We are doing sensational, and I am very appreciative of my guys. You guys is some loyal people on board, and thank you, guys. Remember to share the videos. And yeah, man, on my last video where I did the giveaway, there are 2 people that I'm waiting to hear back from. So, yeah, giving away the 6 brand t-shirt. So thank you, guys, and see you on the next one.